Okay, today we're going to be talking about time management. Time management. Okay, time management is so important to me. It's like my favorite thing of this life. The reason why it's important to me is because it's not important to other people. And so when you have something that you can contribute to life that people don't understand, that's what makes you different. That's what makes you unique. And that's a part that you can use to stand out of the crowd. Hey, it's your girl Nicole Renee, and we're going to be talking about time management. Now, I want you to remember, take notes. Whenever you're watching something that I'm presenting, you need to make sure you have a pen and paper. Hey, it's your girl Nicole Renee, and we're going to be talking about time management today. Time management is so important, and so I love this topic because many of the people that I know don't really understand me, and they don't understand me because I'm so dedicated to time. Like, I am a master when it comes to manifesting a schedule or manifesting goals and manifesting this life in general, because we do all get the same amount of hours. Like, you have to be productive, or you have to map things out properly in order to be good in this life. And so in order to do that, you have to make sure that you structure everything the right way, because if not, you have stuff coming from different angles. You have friends and family, you have you may have kids, you may be a wife or a husband, or who knows, you may just be a brother or sister, or maybe a daughter. And so those are roles that people actually expect for you to deliver. They actually expect for you to participate in this role. Let's just say if you're a daughter, your mom and your dad expect for you to be there whenever they call you. They expect for you to do for them whenever they need you to do for them. If you're a wife, you may have a needy husband who needs you to be there whenever he needs you to be there, which I am all of those things. And so with my schedule, sometimes I have a conflict because my friends or family, or maybe my co-workers, or maybe my anybody that's in my life that I play a role to, they may not understand why I'm not available when they're reaching out to me or when they're calling me. So it's very, very important to understand that this video is going to demonstrate why I am so busy, and why I am different from everyone else, and why I'm not available when people call me. So this here is my schedule, okay? And I have a schedule Monday through Friday, and it starts at 5:30 a.m. and it ends at 10:30 p.m. Okay, now at 5:30 a.m. to 7:45, I am a parent. Okay, I am a parent Monday through Friday. Not saying that I'm not a parent on Saturday and Sundays, but on this schedule, I am dedicating 5:30 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. to be a parent. And that just means getting my children together for school, whether they need some consulting in the morning, they may need to have food cooked, whatever it is as far as parenting, cook, clean, train, whatever it is for my children. This is their time, 5:30 to 7:45. And at that time, I still may be getting dressed and getting ready for the day, but in the midst of that, I am available for my children. Now, just to point something out, Saturdays and Sundays, I'm not saying that I don't have things that I do on Saturday and Sunday, but I don't have a dedication on Saturday and Sunday, and those are my days that are open. But if I need to carry one of these tasks over, or if I run behind on anything, I could push it to Saturday and Sunday. I know the Bible says do not work on Sunday, but Sunday is one of my best performing days, and I notice that I can get the best work done on Sundays. So I always leave that open for some productivity. Okay. Now I have 8 to 9:15. I'm doing fitness. So if I choose to do CrossFit, or if I want to go to the gym, maybe a walk in the neighborhood, I will need to do it within that time, 8 a.m. to 9:15. And then 9:15 to 10 a.m. is prep time. So that takes if that means to get dressed, or if I need time to regroup, I can do it within that time frame. But prep time means to get back on it and get ready to pick up where I left off at from the beginning of the morning. So from 10 to 11:30 a.m. I am all about my businesses. So if my business need me, they're going to basically see me, and they're going to have full access to me in between that time, 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., which really is not a lot of time, but because these businesses are already developed, all I'm doing right now is just managing the business, maintaining it, making sure that things is good. Now, I actually hope that my employees don't see this video, because if they do, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's why she never answers the phone. So I do dedicate this time. Now, I'm not saying that emergencies are not going to take place or things aren't going to happen to where it needs my assistance, but 10 to 11:30 a.m. is dedicated time for any of my employees who need me or anything that needs to be done within my business. So I have development time. Now, this is so important because self-development is the greatest thing. And if you notice, it's from 11:45 to 2 p.m. So that is way more time than company time. And the reason why I feel like it's much needed to have more time for development is because you need to be able to roll things out. And rolling things out and generating wealth and generating assets and generating different programs to make sure that you're good takes time. And so development is much more a necessity than managing, because you need to develop skills. You need to be able to read books. You need to be able to educate yourself, network. All those things go under development. And so without that, you won't be able to sustain the things that you need to sustain, because you need to be able to educate yourself. That's period. Educating yourself, developing those skills, make sure that you're learning and you're putting more into your mind, into your body. It's a great asset in itself. So make sure that you put development on your schedule. Back to parenting. So 2:45 to 7:30 p.m. is strictly parenting. So if you realize, if you have children, and so if you're family oriented, you will realize that children are mainly at school majority of the day. So you're spending not that much time with your children. And if you're like me, your children go to bed at a scheduled time, which is no later than 7:30, 8. So 2:45, we're picking them up, and we're having dinner, we're doing homework, we're taking baths, all of that stuff, regrouping and getting ready for the next day. All of that takes place between 2:45 and 7:30. Now, of course, the phone's still going to ring. Maybe the employee has something that they need to talk to me about. Maybe there's a meeting or a conference call that I need to schedule between that time. Whatever it may be, I still have to be available for my children, because that's parenting time. Okay, so parenting time is dedicated strictly to my children. But if I have some emergencies, I may be able to step away, but I must return in order to accomplish this goal, which is parenting from 2:45 to 7:30. Now, this one is my favorite, which is chill time. Okay, so a lot of us are writing schedules and we're writing out things to do on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of times we are missing one of the key points, especially if you're in a relationship. If you're in a marriage, maybe you planning on getting married pretty soon, whatever the case may be, you must have a dedicated time to spend with your partner and get to know them a lot better, or maybe catch some one-on-one time. So it's very important that you have a time slot for that. And so mine is called chill time. So this is the time that I will, manifest or manage or, regroup, and whatever it is that you want to call it. This is the time that I will do so with my partner. I think this is, I would say, the most important part of the schedule is the chill time, because we want to make sure that we're not missing out on the special time that our partners need, because each of us, we're human, and so we need and we need and we need. So we need to make sure that we have a special time for those needs on our schedule. And so mine is from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. which is not saying that it can't go over or it couldn't start earlier. It's just saying that this dedicated time is from 8 to 10:30. So if we need to plan something, maybe like dinner, or maybe we want to go catch a movie while the kids are asleep, whatever the case may be, it can be done between this time, 8 and 10:30 p.m. Now, if you notice on Wednesday, so Wednesday here, I don't have a chill time. So on this day, I am sacrificing my partner and I am dedicating myself to some education. So I have school here in this time block for Wednesday. So I had to negotiate this time. And as you may know, school or learning or maybe a training or something is not forever. So it may be for like a few weeks. And that's something that you can kind of negotiate with your partner and let them know, like, look, I have this class or this training that's going to take place on this day. And it's going to be around our chill time. So I'm going to need you to help me out here. And, maybe you can, understand that I have this training and it's just for a few weeks. And so just allow me to do these classes for a few weeks, and then I'll make sure that we get back on the chill time on Wednesday. I mean, you just have to negotiate and partner up, and that's really, how good relationships sustain good times. And so I am working on a book that's going to go over all of that, maintaining a successful relationship with your partner. So we're gonna keep you updated on that. Now the last one is sleep. So from 10:30 to 5 a.m. I have sleep. If you know me, you know that I used to be a part of a group called Team No Sleep, but that's all over. So I am now making sure that I get enough sleep throughout the week. So I have a schedule from 10:30 p to 5 o'clock, which can start earlier or it can start later. Maybe it may go till 4 a.m. It just all depends. But I do have a dedicated time slot for sleep. Okay, so I did eventually do some study, and I did a survey, and I did some research on entrepreneurs who are like going hard, like going super hard trying to develop their projects or whatever. And so I noticed that it's good to be an entrepreneur and be like thrilled about not sleeping. It's good to be full throttle, getting things done. But at the end of the day, once you have developed that stuff and completed whatever the stuff is, you need to start getting rest. And that's just the bottom line of it. You only can do it so long. And so I am back to regular programming. Like, I have my businesses developed. So at this time, it's mainly about managing them and maintaining them and keeping them going. And yes, I've lost so many nights of sleep, so many hours of sleep, days, years. And so at this point, I'm no longer a part of Team No Sleep. Not saying that I will never go back, but at this point, I do have a sleep slot on my schedule. Okay, and it's very, very important to me. Sometimes, I want to be honest, sometimes I use some of my time slots. Let's just say that it's a slow day, or maybe I don't go to CrossFit, and so I may put in a little nap in between. I do notice that I'm very productive and I can make the best decisions when I've taken a little 30-minute nap. And you guys should try that, because it's very, very helpful when you refresh your brain. And the only way you can refresh your brain is by closing your eyes and being able to rest your train of thought. So you should try that. But most importantly, this here is my schedule. Okay, so if you're calling me or you're wondering why I'm not answering or what am I doing, this here is my schedule. And I change it probably like every month. But most of all, this is my schedule. This is what I go by. And if something doesn't fit in here, I have to prioritize and figure out if it's important. And that can be a phone call. Like, I have some friends that like to call me in the middle of the day. Even though they're working, and most of them are working from home right now, they're still calling me throughout the day and wondering what I'm doing. And so I have to limit those answers because I get sidetracked. And so we don't want to get sidetracked, especially when you have so many things to do and it's not enough time in a day. So I like to push those calls to the end of the night. And sometimes I get around to calling people back, and sometimes I don't, and which that makes me a bad friend. And so I always say I'm not really a good friend, but it's very important to me to make sure that I manage my time. And this is considered time management to me. Okay, so if you always wondered or struggle with time management, this is time management. This is having a schedule, having a dedicated time slot for things, getting things organized. And I guarantee you, if you were to create a schedule like this, you'll be much more successful, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're a college kid, whether you're running a corporation, whatever it is that you're doing. I guarantee you, if you get your schedule in order and you manage your time a lot better, I can guarantee you'll be much successful in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So I thank you guys for listening, and so it's been a pleasure to deliver this information. Now I want to see you create a schedule that will work out for you, something that you know that you can follow, and then tell me how it goes, because it's very important for me to know that what I've created can help you. So let me know by reaching out to me and giving me some feedback.